welcome to your daily Romwod routine, everyone. We're going to start this routine in our low dragon. From your hands and your knees, right foot steps in between, let your right knee go further than your right big toe, so the angle is deep. Left leg is long behind you and your hands are on each side of your right foot. This will be a 3-minute low dragon. The target area is your ankle, your calf muscles, and your Achilles tendon. The secondary target is your left quadriceps and your hip flexors. So there's quite a lot that we're touching in this low dragon. You have 2.5 minutes. Now remember, the approach is passive. We don't want anybody being active. At least as much as you can stay relaxed, please try to do so. So you're down to your last minute in this low dragon. If you need to adjust your body's position, by all means, we encourage you to change the angle subtly. Within every target area that we focus on in Romwod, there are always several muscles within that target. Each subtle change of angle will touch those target area muscles in a different way. So the important thing is that we do these positions slightly different from time to time. This way, we get the entire target area involved. Time is up for this side. Let's now change to the left side for the low dragon. Go ahead and take a few moments to get yourself set up. All right, left side, low dragon, 3 minutes starting now. Stay patient, try to stay relaxed. Remember, there is no rush in this process. The benefit of these routines comes in the patience and the time that we spend in these positions. One of the only ways to take care of the joint capsules within your body is to do these long holding positions. And they need to be done in a passive state. You're now passing your halfway point on this side.
This one seems longer than the first one. Oh my gosh.
Alright everybody, time is up for this side, so let's go ahead and take a short rebound at this position, or this point.
So we're just gonna lay on our tummies, relax. That does feel good.
And then just moving on into our next position. Our next pose is saddle eagle. So when you set up for your saddle legs, you can go wider knees or closer knees. You could also sit on a folded up blanket. If you have issues in your ankles, we recommend putting a folded up towel underneath your ankles. But the main thing is that you're sitting on your heels, your spine is tall. We're going to take the right arm under the left arm for the eagle arm variation. So the target areas for this position, the saddle eagle, is in the quadriceps as far as muscular. It's in the knees and the ankles and the toes as far as the skeletal. And then we have our upper body muscles and our shoulders. So we have saddle eagle for 1 minute starting now. You're halfway through this pose, just so you're aware. Nice, now we're going to keep the same saddle legs. We are just going to change to the eagle arms on the other side. Our left arm comes underneath as we thread the arms as tight as they can go. Saddle eagle for another minute on this side. You're now at your halfway point. Now we're going to move into our saddle archer position. So the same saddle legs, the right arm comes above the head, the left arm down your side up your back, or you can just take your left hand to your right elbow to help the stretch. We're changing the upper body stretch slightly more into our triceps, as well as some more into our shoulders in a different angle. We have 1 minute. Now let's change to the archer arms on the other side for one last minute for the saddle archer. 1 minute starting now, left arm over the top. So go ahead and undo your arms. And the next position is just basic saddle pose. If you feel it feels right to lean back, go ahead and lean back. As you deepen the stretch into your quadriceps and your hip flexors. If you're leaning all the way back, your spine will be back bending, and it's a nice lower back compression for your L5. So just depending on the angle that you take for this saddle pose, it's either going to target mainly your quadriceps and hip flexors, or it's going to include more of a back bend. Either way, you have 2 more minutes to finish up this saddle series.
So you can either just come onto your hands the way that I am right now, or if you're comfortable enough to go on your forearms. And then of course, all the way down, which I'm not ready for that position right now.
Remember, when you're doing this position, if you feel the stretch and the sensation on top of the knee, that's fine. That's where we want to feel some of that stretch. If you feel the sensation and the tightness inside of the knee, we want you to find a different position or a different angle. Some people will choose to do this saddle pose with their butt sitting in between their feet. Usually that's the case, you'll have more internal rotation in your femurs. You don't have to do it that way. Sitting on your heels is just fine. In fact, if you're leaning back and you want to get the back bend, which we believe is a good thing, then you'll want to sit on your feet so that that exaggerates the curve of your spine when you lie back. Okay everyone, time is up for this position. Let's go ahead and take some time to exit out this pose. Now we are coming down to our last position for the routine today. It's going to be our seated forward fold. So this is the total opposite of the back bending saddle. This is our deep forward fold, targeting the hamstrings and the thoracolumbar muscles. So sitting down, legs are straight out in front of you. Your toes are just going wherever they want to go. Your feet plop in or plop out, doesn't matter. Lean forward into your legs, grab onto your shins or your ankles, and just pull gently your torso down towards your legs. You don't have to force this. Just hanging at a moderate place will be an effective stretch. Lower back muscles are usually a challenging place for many people. So the thoracolumbar muscles are ultimately what we're calling just the muscles that are in the thoracolumbar fascia. And there's a thick layer of fascia back there. So it takes time for that to softly give in and release. Okay, you gotta be patient with it. We have 1.5 minutes left for the seated forward fold, which will be our last pose. You are past your halfway point, coming on to the final stretch of the last pose. And then everyone, the last transition, go ahead and start to roll yourself out of the seated forward fold until you're eventually lying down on the ground. This is the rebound for this series today. So feel free to stay here for a few minutes to 5 minutes, depending on how much time you have. So please just take as long as you need. And thanks for joining us.